Hi, lovely people. I hope you're all doing great and that you have had or that you are having a really good day. Um, a friend of mine asked me a really good question 2 days ago, and I decided to make a video on it because I thought it was such a good thought that she had. Because in my last video, I was talking about the process to actually use the time in between your goals wisely in a specific way that's good for you and good for other people, so that you're not rushing through your life going from one point to the next without the period of time in between enjoying yourself in any way, or enjoying the people around you or your surroundings in general. So she asked me, well, how do you do that? How do you enjoy the time in between? And more specifically, why is it so hard to take care of yourself, to do good things for yourself in that period of time? Or in general, why is it so hard? And I've been thinking about that question, and what popped into my mind immediately was the topic of self-love, which I have been talking about in my other videos as well, because it's such a huge topic, if not the biggest, because when we lack love within ourselves, I mean, if we haven't gotten enough, let's say, in our childhood, if we have been deprived of what was actually ours, and then not, of course, because this leads you up to the path that you're on right now. But if you're lacking in this area, you will always need stuff from the outside to come in, and it'll satisfy you only for that very moment, or maybe, let's say, for a day, but never outside of that day. Let's say you go shopping, that's your thing, and you will only be satisfied for a couple of hours maximum with that before you're gonna have to go get that fix again, before you're gonna have to go shopping again. Or let's say it's eating in your case, so you're overeating to sort of feel like you're whole, to fill the void that you have inside yourself, because that's what it is. You trying to feel and fill yourself in order to not having to feel the void that is there. And my solution to that is to start a process where you take good care of yourself, where you start to love and appreciate yourself. Because if it doesn't come from you towards yourself, it'll never stop. It will never stop. It's a hungry monster that will jump on people, jump on things. And even if you think that you mastered like one area, let's say you stopped shopping, it'll jump on to the next thing, because you haven't addressed the root of the problem. And the root, in my opinion, is definitely the self-love part and the take care of yourself part in a good way. And for me, a couple of things is definitely food. Watch what you're eating, like eat clean, or as clean as possible. What I mean by that is, don't eat processed food, or try to minimize this area. Eat fresh vegetables and fruits. Yeah, for me, what really helped, like I have a 5-week rotational plan for my meals, because I struggled with that one a lot. And that I really did myself a solid with, for sure, because I just have to look at the plan and know, oh, that's what I'm gonna eat today. And that's really, really helpful, because otherwise I would totally fall back into patterns where I would eat junk, or where I just wouldn't feel like I need to take care of myself in that way, and then just shove a pizza in the oven, and it's just not good for me anymore at all. And I'm feeling it more strongly, actually, because I have been eating healthy for a couple of months now, like really healthy. And I will feel it. Like, for example, yesterday I ate a pizza because I wasn't feeling it, and I totally, like, my body didn't like that at all. And yeah, so today I'm right back on track, and I can only recommend that. If you want to have that food plan that I have established for myself because it has nutrients, I don't know if it's necessarily for you or if it's going to be helpful, but if you want to, I can email it to you. You just gotta, for free, of course. So you just gotta shout out and write me an email, and I'll send it to you. I'll be happy to. And like I said, I specifically decided for my needs, what my body needs, because I have a really high intake because I'm doing sports so much. But I'm sure there are a couple of recipes in there that might be for you as well. So yeah, one point is definitely the food, what you're allowing your body to consume, because this is what you're working with, your body. And if you're putting dirt in your body, it's not a good thing. When you're younger, your body's compensating, but when you're older or older, well, if you're like, when you're at a certain age, it will just not accept that kind of behavior that easily any longer. So, and that takes me to the next point, which is exercise. You need to exercise. Our bodies are made for exercising. Plus, there are hormones, dopamines, endorphins that are being released during this process. And what I also elaborated on is do that in the morning. And I was never a morning sports person because I was like, I'm all stiff. This is not for me. So yeah, just hang on, give me a second. Sorry about that. So what I was saying is in the morning, sports in the morning, because it'll help you sleep better at night. You'll go to sleep more easily. You'll sleep more deeply. This is going to help in turn your recuperation process, because the body heals itself, and you just have to give it those hours of sleep, 8 hours maximum, a minimum. I mean, sorry. And this might be different for different people. For me, it's those 8 hours. If I don't sleep enough and well, I won't feel good. I'll just not be my best self. And again, this has also to do with the healing process of our bodies. Another thing I would recommend is intermittent fasting, which means you're going for a period of up to 16 hours without food. Of course, it'll be the best time if you're doing it during the night. So whenever it is, you go to sleep till you wake up, and then maybe a couple of hours longer go without food, because again, your body is cleansing itself, your body is healing itself during that time. I find that one really, really powerful. I don't do it every day, but I'm trying to go at least 12 hours without food during the period of the night till I first consume food again. Yeah, so that's that. Then another point that's definitely very important is your social life, your friends, your family. Make sure you got really good people around you that mean well and that are positive and that want you to strive, and you want them to strive as well. So you're sort of pushing each other and celebrating each other's victories. I think that's really important. You don't want someone in your life that's holding you back and that does not understand that process if you're on that path, because misery attracts misery, and that's what that is. Unfortunately, like, I had to make a couple of cuts myself because of just that fact. So yeah, that's that. I think that's it. So now the food, the exercise, the social life, those three things are super important. Yeah, So for self-care, for your own self-care, that's what I'm meaning to say. And the self-love will come automatically, because when you start to put your focus on this topic, when you start to appreciate your body and see it as your friend rather than your enemy, because you need to eat, it needs to sort of run and be there for you, but you want to establish a friendship with your body, because that's really important. Yeah. Also, what I would really recommend is just go within, meditate, do yoga, whatever it is that you need to do. For me, meditation in the beginning worked best as in a form of guided meditation, just because I couldn't quiet my mind. I was so in such a different place than I am right now. That I couldn't possibly quiet my mind, because it was always bombarding. And yeah, like I said, guided meditation, I recommend Michael Seeley. I'm going to put a meditation of his down below as a link. And also Jason Stephenson. These two I find incredibly good, and I think they're sending out the right vibe. Yeah, that's what I recommend. And start with little things like that, and the rest will come to you automatically. It's sort of you're gaining momentum in this process, and then you'll find out what you need for yourself, and that's the most important thing. Like, you will go along, and it's this process of trial and error. So you will yeah, whatever suits you. That's what I'm meaning to say. Don't follow any strict rules that are not for you. You have to really try it out, and do not give up after you tried one or two things. Like, this might be a longer process. Do what fits for you, what fits into your life. That's really, really important, because there's no other you. It's just you're this unique person with your unique physique, and you know what's best for yourself. And trying to follow those things that I mentioned could be a start on that path of taking care of yourself and ultimately loving yourself. Yeah, so okay, people, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.